Mrs. James, roll call, please.
Okay, Mr. Brecker,
Here.
Mr. Brett,
Mr. Britt is
Mr.
absent.
What was that? He's absent.
Britt is
Okay,
absent,
Mr. Gonzalo,
Here.
Mrs. James is present. Mrs. Latour,
Here.
Mr. Mazzatesta,
Here.
Mr. Muldowney,
Here.
Mr. Zach,
Here.
and Mr. Zanella is absent.
Thank you. Announcements. I believe we're going to start with Mr. Cheddar in the PowerPoint presentation.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Brecker. So just some information as we close out the 2021 school year. Again, thank you to our learning community. We talked about this at graduation. Again, it was quite an eventful year. But again, thank you to our administration, our teaching staff, our support staff, our cleaning and maintenance staff. Everyone really worked together through a very difficult year. And again, we made the best out of it. We're hoping and obviously praying that the 21-22 school year will be less eventful as the previous school year. As far as our administration, we are already starting to plan for next school year. We are currently waiting for more guidance from the state, but our expectation is that all students will be coming back to full in-person learning next school year. That means there will be no dual mode of instruction. So again, we're expecting all students to be back with us. We all know that the best education possible is in person with Mount Carmel area teachers. Also on tonight's board agenda, we are bringing back our dress code for next year as well. Our administration will be putting some guidelines on the website tomorrow, as well as our social media, that will, again, give more information about our dress code. Very similar to our dress code that we had pre-COVID. There are some very, very minor changes. We are actually allowing more colors that can be worn, both pants and shirts. And again, more information on our dress code will be on our website tomorrow. So parents and students have the entire summer to plan. Reminder about the district-run clothing project. If there's any families that are in need of any dress code items, again, we are currently running our own clothing project. So again, more information on our website concerning that as well. And again, I'd also like to thank the Parker family again for their donation that will help us, our district, tremendously with our clothing project. We're also coming back to our normal time schedule. We ran a pandemic time schedule this school year. We're coming back to normal next year. Reminder, our school year starts on August 23rd. And just like last summer, our administration will be communicating updates as they are communicated to us. So again, we are well underway planning for next school year. Just a reminder to our learning community, we began summer lunch distribution this past June 14th, this last Monday. We're going to run our summer lunch schedule through July 30th. And as everyone can see on the screen, we are delivering to the following sites that you see there on the screen. This is on our website, is on our social media sites. Anyone over 18, or excuse me, under 18 years of age can receive a meal. So if anyone has any questions about our summer lunch distribution, please don't hesitate to reach out to the elementary or the high school office. Just a reminder about our Caucus Camp that's going on this week. Just added some pictures. Again, we are very thankful that in a post-COVID, hopefully, era, we're bringing back the 5th Caucus Camp. We were unable to have our camp last year. Here's a picture this past week with Bucknell's wrestling team. Here's a picture of our students going through a mindfulness and yoga training. As you can see here on the screen, I'd like to thank the following groups and organizations that have volunteered their time to the Caucus Camp this year: MCA football, our state championship girls basketball team, MCA cheerleading, MCA band, MCA track and field. We are also doing art, mindfulness, and yoga, which everyone just saw. We are doing a community service project this year at the MCA library. And again, also thank you to Bucknell, who's a huge part of our camp, Bucknell Wrestling, Bucknell men's basketball, Bucknell track and field, and also their athletic department is doing a discussion on student leadership on June 28th, which we're eagerly awaiting that exciting topic as well. So again, thank you to everyone that's involved with the Caucus Camp. If anyone would like more information on our annual Caucus Camp, please check out our main district website. And Mr. Brecker, that is all I have at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chatter. Any other announcements?
That is it.
Next on the agenda is our Student Merit Award winners for the month of May. And the first award would be for the high school, and Talia Mazzatesta is the recipient. And I believe Mr. Mazzatesta is going to read that award.
Yes, I will, Mr. Brecker. Thank you. The Mount Carmel Area Board of Education Merit Award winner for May of 2021 is Talia Mazzatesta. The Mount Carmel Area Board of Education Merit Award winner for the month of May is 12th grader Talia Mazzatesta. She was nominated for the Merit Award by Coach and Assistant Athletic Director Cassandra Niglio, who said, "As an athlete, Talia is a positive role model to all those around her. She is always willing to help her teammates succeed and encourages them daily. She's a dedicated individual who is constantly pushing herself to perform at her best ability in all that she does. Aside from athletics, I have observed Talia in other aspects of life over the years that I have known her. In my opinion, she's extremely reliable, works well with others, and is always ready and willing to provide help when needed. I'm extremely proud of Talia, and I know she will be very successful in all of her future endeavors. She has proudly and successfully left her mark at MCA, and I know she will continue to do great things in the years to come. Talia is a distinguished honor roll student and member of the National Honor Society, Athletic Honor Society, the Mask and Gavel Honor Society. She is captain of the soccer team, the cheerleading team, the winter track team, and the track and field team. This year, Talia was selected as homecoming queen by her classmates. Talia enjoys hanging out with family and friends, shopping, and being active. She will attend Bloomsburg University to major in biology pre-med. Talia is the daughter of me and Patty Mazzatesta of Coltmont and a sister Macy. So congratulations, Talia.
Congrats, Talia.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And moving on to the elementary award winner, I believe Mr. Muldowney is going to read that recipient.
Yes. Mount Carmel Area Board of Education Merit Award winner for May 2021 for the elementary school is Penelope Sebastian. It is a great pleasure to nominate sixth grader Penelope Sebastian for the Merit Award. As her band director, I have the privilege of knowing Penny for the last 3 years. During this time, I have worked with her in various capacities, including privately in ensembles and on a personal level. Penny serves as a leader within our groups and does so by example. She is a delight to work with and is always well-mannered and cooperative. Penny displays a high degree of integrity, responsibility, and ambition. She is a talented and dedicated young musician who always comes to class prepared. Penny also has a kind, friendly disposition and a refreshing sense of humor. Her classroom teachers agree that Penny is an outstanding role model. Everyone appreciates her gentle demeanor and positive attitude towards her classmates. She does what she is asked of her and always gives 100% effort and commitment to all she takes on. She prepares for each class with exemplary work, and she demonstrates outstanding character inside and outside of the classroom. In addition to playing the flute in the Mount Carmel Area Band, Penny enjoys swimming, reading, and listening to music. She also spends time camping and hanging out with her friends. Penny is the daughter of Tim and Courtney Sebastian. She resides in Locust Gap with her parents and sister, Cecilia. Penelope is well-deserving of this honor, and it is a delight to recommend her in this way. Per Mrs. Roscoe.
Thank you, Mr. Muldowney, and we also congratulate Penelope Sebastian on that award. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes from May 17th, 2021 regular board meeting. I'd like to entertain a motion.
Motion, Zach.
Second, Jose.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye. Next on the agenda is a PTA representative report.
Beth Kisbarczyk here. The only thing that we have right now to announce is that our meeting for this month will be next Tuesday, the 22nd at 6 p.m. We would like everybody that could to join us by Zoom meeting or Google Meets. We have to tie up some voting type things and some plans that we have to start next year. That's all.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, recognition of guests desiring to speak to any listed agenda items. If you'd like to speak to any of those, please state your name and address.
There are no comments at this time.
Thank you. Administrative reports, Superintendent Mr. Cheddar.
Mr. Brecker, we could just go on to the high school and junior high announcement at this time.
Okay. Senior high school.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. I just want to start with a few thank yous from our end of year activities. I think everybody would agree that the graduation at the Silver Bowl was a success. It was nice to get back to normal this year and do some things even a little differently. So I have to thank the rest of our admin team who were very supportive and helpful through everything. Mr. Trefsker and Mr. McPhee were invaluable, along with the members of the TV studio. Their time and dedication is greatly appreciated. Mr. Stellar and the Big Red Band for giving their time to be there was fantastic. Mr. Ryan, Mr. Fagley, and Mr. Brosh, and the entire maintenance department for moving things, setting things up, taking things down, making sure everything was in its place. Mrs. Darrop and Mrs. Nestico through all their hard work and getting end of year awards and grades done. And then Mrs. Nestico and Mrs. Ryan and Mrs. Giles for putting on a fantastic prom. Last but not least, Mrs. Parkansky, Mrs. Mariello, and Miss Niglio in the office. And it's crazy during that time of year, and they put in countless hours. So thank you. The only thing I have is that summer school is up and running at the high school level. Students who are eligible for summer school would have been contacted by Mrs. Nestico through phone calls or email. We have 2 summer sessions that we're running. Our goal is to get everybody back on track for next year. So those phone calls and emails already went out, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to contact the high school principal's office or the guidance office. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Brano.
Thank you.
Junior high school.
Good evening, everyone. Report cards were posted on June 10th. Just a reminder to students who are not attending summer school, we do need the Chromebooks and any hotspots back, so please bring those into the office. We have begun scheduling for next year, for the next school year, and I would like to take this time to thank our teaching staff. This year was such an adjustment with all new procedures and virtual learning, and they did an outstanding job navigating us through the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dara. Elementary school.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just a few things briefly. Many thanks to the kindergarten teachers, the music department, Mount Carmel Area Board of Education, and all staff who helped to make kindergarten graduation a successful and memorable event, as always. It was exciting this year to be able to hold it in the high school gymnasium. Class list teacher assignment letters will be mailed to families the second week of July. Kindergarten screenings are currently being conducted in the elementary school, and we hope to have those classroom assignments complete by the first week in August. The Elementary School Summer Learning Academy is scheduled to begin on Tuesday, June 22nd, which is next Tuesday. Registration is still open, and parents can register students on the elementary school's website. Currently, we have approximately 50 students registered for summer school. As Mr. Dara stated, a Chromebook reminder, please return Chromebooks and chargers to the elementary school office ASAP. If your child is attending summer school, they can keep them until summer school is over. And finally, we would just like to take a minute to acknowledge some very important folks in our building who are retiring this year, and wish a special congratulations to Don Polevich and Cindy Sinopoli on their retirement. Each has 25 plus years dedicated to Mount Carmel Area School District, and also congratulations to none other than our elementary dean of students and athletic director, Greg Sakavage, in his upcoming retirement as well. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nestico. Special education report.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I just have one quick thing that our extended school year program started on Tuesday. We have between the elementary school and the high school, we have approximately 59 students that are participating in that program. So far, everyone is doing a great job, and we're running that Tuesdays and Thursdays through July 22nd.
Thank you, Mrs. Edmondson. Maintenance report?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Our maintenance custodial staff is hard at work servicing our HVAC equipment, cleaning and emptying out all of the classrooms. When the rooms are empty, we scrub the floors and put a fresh coat of wax on them. All of the air conditioning units are cleaned or taken apart and cleaned, and air filters are replaced. Once that's done, and all the rooms are put back together in preparation for the next school year. Our renovation project kicked off the day after our last day of classes, so it's been in full kick right now. Since there's a steady flow of personnel working throughout the schools, they're on both roofs. They're throughout everywhere, really. So 2 sections of the roof at both schools already have a new rubber membrane installed. So that's an ongoing process. It'll probably take right up until August. A few of the existing HVAC units that are being replaced already have been removed. Between the new air conditioning units and the exhaust fans, there are over 70 new units that'll be going on both roofs. There will also be approximately 30 additional new units being installed indoors above the ceiling in the elementary school. As the new units are installed, the new air purification system, which is the bipolar that the board approved, that will be installed as the units get installed. The replacement equipment should be arriving towards the end of July, early August. So as you can see, it's a pretty extensive project, much needed project, which will be ongoing right up to the start of the new school year. So I'll continue to be heavily involved with the project until its completion. Thank you, and that's all I have.
Thanks, Mr. Fagley. Athletic Director's report? Other than birds, and I hear none, so I guess we'll move on to the next agenda item.
Hello. You can't hear me?
Yeah, we're good, Greg. Yeah, we heard you. With the birds.
Am I okay?
Forget it.
Yes, we can
Go
hear
ahead.
you.
Okay, 6 students qualified to compete in the state track and field championship this year. We wanted to recognize them. Lauren Shaleski took a 6th, Avery Dowkus an 8th, Matt Kelly an 8th, Claudia Morris, Michael Belichick, and Danny Ray Reno, although they didn't place, both had all personal highs at the state track meet, and congratulations to them for a fine season. Our baseball team qualified for districts and won its first game, going up to Wellsboro. On a side note, that's actually where we went in the first round of the basketball championships. And we went up to Wellsboro and beat Wellsboro up there. The ironic thing is the head basketball coach is actually the head baseball coach. So I'm sure he has some sleepless nights thinking about Mount Carmel. Our softball team, although they went 6-14 this year, our co-op team with Our Lady of Lourdes, they were very competitive this year and had many close games and very easily could have gone to that 500 mark. So we wish them well in the future. Our junior high track and softball teams also competed admirably this year, and we congratulate them on a great year as well. Several people competing collegiately out there. TJ Schultz, of course, although at Our Lady of Lourdes, played at Mount Carmel. His career in baseball, he's competing with Vanderbilt. Last time I saw, they were in the College World Series. So I don't know where that is right now. But Tommy Reisinger playing at East Stroudsburg. Brett Williams won his 2nd conference MVP at Penn State Harrisburg, and we're hoping the upcoming Major League Baseball draft, he gets picked up by someone, and we see him in the Major League soon. And of course, last but not least, Mara Mancini we all know, took third in the NCAAs, and she'll be competing in the Olympic trials this coming June 25th. So along with the athletic community, everyone in Mount Carmel area wishes Mara well, and we hope she gets there and gets over to Tokyo and represents not only her country, but her area as well. Just wanted to mention that physicals are going to be set up soon for the upcoming season. No athlete could participate unless you have a physical done by a licensed physician on a PIAA form. Head coaches have those forms as well as in the athletic office and the high school office. And I just wanted to finally say thank you, everyone, for your diligence, hard work, and commitment in making this year's sports season happen. From the chain crew to the concession workers, ticket collectors, time and scorekeepers, office staff, coaches, moderators, teachers, administrators, and of course, Mr. Cheddar and our school board for your support in allowing our students to be scholastic athletes in a crazy COVID year. Thank you, everybody. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Sakavich. Next on the agenda is athletic items. A motion is needed to approve athletic items 1 through 4 as listed.
Motion Muldowney.
Second, Jose.
Need a roll call?
Yes, please, Mrs. James.
Okay, Mr. Becker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt is absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James votes yes. Mrs. Latour,
Yes.
Mr. Mazzatesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
and Mr. Zanella is absent. Motion passes.
Next on the agenda is financial items, and a motion is needed to approve financial items 1 through 4.
Motion, Zach.
Second, Latour.
Roll call, please, Mrs. James.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James votes yes. Mrs. Latour,
Yes.
Mr. Mazzatesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Zanella is absent. Mr. Becker,
Yes.
and Mr. Britt is absent. Motion passes.
Any committee reports from the Mount Carmel Area Education Foundation?
Mr. Brecker, there is no Education Foundation meeting this month, but we'll be meeting next month in July.
Thank you. New business, a motion is needed to approve new business items 1 through 22 as listed, and I'm going to read numbers 1 and 2 to fill in the blanks, and also number 20, there's a correction. So number 1, approve to elect Ed Zach as school board treasurer for the 2021-2022 fiscal year with a performance bond of $100,000. Number 2, approve attorney Ed Greco as solicitor at a retainer of $8,500 for the 2021-2022 school year. And number 20, the word Mount Carmel Area Education Foundation should be replaced with Mount Carmel Area Education Association.
Make a motion. Muldowney.
Second, Zach.
Roll call, Mr. James.
Okay, Mr. Zach,
I will vote yes on all items, but number 1, I will abstain.
okay. Okay, Mr. Zanella is absent. Mr. Becker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt is absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James says yes. Mrs. Latour,
Yes.
Mr. Mazzatesta,
Yes.
and Mr. Muldowney.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next on the agenda, personnel items. A motion is needed to approve personnel items 1 through 20 as listed. And there's an additional item, number 21, which I will read. And I also would like to add that number 7 has been removed from this month's agenda. And I will also be reading numbers 6, 8, and 9. So starting with number 6, hire Lindsay Beaver as a special education teacher at step 2, bachelor's at a salary of $34,439 with benefits as per the teacher's contract. Number 8, hire Cameron Getty as an elementary teacher at step 3, bachelor's at a salary of $36,098 with benefits as per the teacher's contract. She will fill a vacancy due to retirement. Number 9, approved tenure for the following staff: Clayton Brown, Hannah Monger, Amy Corrigan, Alexandra Danilevich, Darla Hood, and Taylor Temecki. And then the additional item, number 21, approved to hire Megan Stelma to assist with the CalPERS camps at a rate of $30 per hour pending completion of personnel file.
And Mr. Brecker, I'd just like to remind the community that, again, the CAPAS camp is fully funded by donations. That is at no cost to the district. So Megan's salary, again, would be fully funded by those that make donations to the CAPAS camp.
Thank you, Mr. Cheddar, and I'd like to entertain a motion for those personnel items.
Motion, Jose.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Jose.
Okay, thank you. I'll second that, Mrs. James.
Roll call, please, Mrs. James.
Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt is absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James votes yes. Mrs. Latour,
Yes.
Mr. Mazzatesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
and Mr. Zanoa is absent. Motion passes.
Thank you. And at this point, are there any public comments and questions?
No comments at this time.
Thank you. And at this point, I'd like to entertain a motion for adjournment of tonight's meeting.
Motion, Muldowney.
Second, Latour.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Thank you all. And the next meeting is July 15th, 2021.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Congratulations.